This morning, how voters view Vice President Kamala Harris's position on the Israel-Hamas war. One local organizer weighs in.
And later, if your summer travel plans will involve renting a car, how to make sure you're getting the best deal and experience. Happy Monday and welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Kyrian Lee.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in. Boy, humidity is just like intense already this morning. It's just so muggy out there already.
Yes, muggy. I know our summer has been pretty mild to say the least, but doesn't seem like not for long though.
So we've got that to talk about and a couple of alert days in the forecast. Meteorologist Savannah Brito is here with your first one forecast. Hey, Savannah.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we do have 2 alert days in the forecast. Today we could even see an isolated severe threat, but really focusing on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those 2 days, it's definitely going to be hot, already humid this morning, but those dew points are going to rise from even where we're sitting early this morning. All of southern Wisconsin is going to see the hot weather tomorrow and Wednesday. Because of the potential for severe weather, that's why we went ahead and added Tuesday and Wednesday with alert days. So this is the outlook for this afternoon. Best chances west and also southeast of southern Wisconsin. But tomorrow, we could see upgrades or updates to this. This is the Storm Prediction Center's Day 2 outlook. The best chances to our southwest, but I do think if we do see those severe storms, which we will see, multiple ingredients needed to support those, all modes of severe weather would be possible. And then again, as we head into Wednesday, a widespread marginal risk for all of southern Wisconsin. We'll time out what these storms and radar could look like as we head into tomorrow afternoon, coming up a little later.
All right, Savannah, we'll talk to you then. Thank you. Happening today, a man facing several charges after stealing a semi-truck will learn his fate in court. 48-year-old Michael Jones of Missouri pleaded guilty to recklessly endangering safety, among other counts. You may remember this. This is an incident from 11 months ago when he stole a semi-truck and then led officers on a chase through multiple counties. That truck had belonged to the company which fired Jones earlier in the day. The truck eventually crashed. Jones got out and tried running from Juneau County authorities. He was eventually caught and arrested.
Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are entering the last 100 days of one of the fastest moving and least predictable campaign seasons in memory. A Democratic vice presidential pick and convention could further shake up the 2024 contest in the 100 days between now and Election Day on November 5th. Rob Kirkpatrick has more.
The final sprint for the White House is now underway as Donald Trump and Kamala Harris enter 100 days until the presidential election.
We have a new candidate to defeat the most incompetent, unpopular, and far-left vice president in American history.
Let us be clear-eyed. We have a fight ahead of us.
The political landscape shifted dramatically when President Joe Biden announced he is not seeking re-election. In the 7 days since, Harris has united and energized the Democratic Party. Her campaign announced she's already raised a staggering $200 million. And polls show the race tightening between her and the former president as both head to critical swing states this week. Both Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance, are ramping up the attacks on Harris.
She's a radical left lunatic. She has no clue. She's evil.
Maybe the worst and most dishonest thing that Kamala Harris has done, she helped cover up Joe Biden's declining mental capacity for years.
One question still remains, who will be Kamala Harris's running mate? One name mentioned is Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who criticized Trump's record.
He broke his promise for that kind of economic growth. He broke his promise to pass an infrastructure bill, right? He said he would do that. He failed to do it.
Other candidates include North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, and Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. Former Attorney General Eric Holder is leading the vetting process as the Democratic Convention begins in just 3 weeks. I'm Rob Kirkpatrick reporting.
Meantime, the Israel-Hamas war continues to be a key issue heading into the presidential election. That caused some Democratic voters to reconsider their support for President Joe Biden. President Biden, obviously not a candidate anymore. So how will voters view the new presumptive Democratic nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, and this issue? One local organizer joined us for the record to provide her take.
And so these opinions don't change whether or not Biden or Harris is the nominee. These are policy questions, and policy questions need to be resolved with policy proposals, not with empty rhetoric.
In Democratic presidential primaries, the uninstructed option on the ballot was widely used to protest the Biden administration's handling of the Israel-Hamas war. In Wisconsin, the uninstruction option received about 50,000 votes in the 2020 presidential race. Joe Biden won the state over Donald Trump by just over 20,000 votes.
Happening tonight, voters in Dane County will have an opportunity to learn more about the candidates for county executive. The League of Women Voters of Dane County is holding a candidate forum. It's in partnership with UW-Madison's Center for Communication and Civic Renewal. It's happening tonight at 6:30 at Sequoia Library. People interested in attending can do so in person or via Zoom. More information and registration is available at the League of Women Voters of Dane County's website.
All 4 candidates are expected to be there. You can see them on your screen now. It comes a couple of weeks, just over 2 weeks ahead of the primary election, which happens on August 13th. The top 2 are going to move on to the November election. The winner will become county executive. They'll then hold office until the next regular election for the position next April.
July is National Lost Pet Awareness Month, and during the summer months is when pets are more prone to running off.
Yeah, this morning, our Michelle Renee Quinn is here to explain what we should do if this happens to us. Hey there, Michelle Renee.
Good morning, you guys. The Dane County Humane Society has several online resources to help find our furry or scaled friends. Aside from looking around outside and asking your neighbors or microchipping, if you lost or found a pet, Lisa Bernard with the Dane County Humane Society recommends filing multiple reports. There are multiple different databases we can utilize to help reunite pets and owners. The Dane County Humane Society's website, giveshelter.org, is a major resource, which also includes other resources on their site. 24petconnect.com, petfbi.org, and pawboost.com are resources to help get the word out about missing animals. You can even use some to create lost or found pet posters. And 24petconnect.com also allows people who find what they think is a lost pet to communicate directly with the owner.
What a stressful time for families. So this is a good step-by-step checklist of different resources to check out if this happens to them.
Absolutely.
Good information.
Pretty easy process there. Michelle Renee, thank you so much. And happening now, a wildfire burning in Northern California is now so large, it's creating its own weather system. The Park Fire is now one of the largest in California history. It's burned nearly 550 square miles. Thousands of people across 4 counties have had to evacuate. It's left some with nothing to go back to.
People that we know that went by and looked at the property said it's burned down.
The man authorities say is responsible for the fire is scheduled to be arraigned in court today.
All right, it is 6:07 here on your Monday. Savannah, what's coming up in your forecast?
Guys, we already have an active radar early this morning. No severe weather expected early Monday morning, but we'll talk about when we could see severe storms.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Also ahead, hear from the newest member of the Milwaukee Brewers Walk of Fame. That's in your morning sports.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, lease a new Corolla Cross for $299 a month, or lease a 2024 RAV4 for $329 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
The heat is on, but you can sleep cool tonight under a stylish ceiling fan from Madison Lighting. It's your last chance to save this summer on a quality ceiling fan and save energy every single day. You need a ceiling fan from Madison Lighting.
Oh, another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, 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 nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Joe Biden put Kamala Harris in charge of the border.
We have a secure border.
On Kamala's watch, illegal border crossings hit record highs. Criminal illegal aliens are murdering Americans. Cartels are poisoning kids. And illegals are receiving taxpayer benefits and putting more burdens on hardworking taxpayers.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris is dishonest and dangerous. Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
No, these have at least a few hundred years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save. Save 35% off your new Champion windows and $100 off every window you buy.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:11 on your Monday morning. If you're planning a summer trip that includes a rental car, you probably have some questions. Am I getting a good deal? Which are the best rental companies? And is it safe to connect to the car's Bluetooth?
Consumer Reports has those answers and more to make your rental experience as hassle-free as possible.
With his love of travel, Sean Beasley is something of a rental car pro.
We're going to Chicago, we'll fly there, but then rent a car. And then we also have a wedding in Nevada.
A Consumer Reports survey found the average rental car cost was about $86 per day. That adds up to roughly $600 a week. National was the only car rental agency rated highest for overall satisfaction and the cheapest at $73 a day on average. Members praised the company for its customer service, vehicle condition, and price transparency. Enterprise and Alamo ranked second and third.
Every 5 rentals, I am able to receive a free rental day.
Members were disappointed with Dollar, Fox, and Thrifty's experiences. Dollar was poorly rated on customer service and the ease of picking up the rental car. Thrifty didn't live up to its name, coming in at an average of $91 per day, the most expensive. Half of those surveyed made reservations directly through the company's website, with about 3 out of 4 saying they used a discount to get a better deal, such as those offered by AAA or AARP. Another 15% booked through a warehouse club travel portal like Costco or Sam's Club.
Once you find a car that fits your budget, go ahead and make the reservation, but don't pay in full in advance. Instead, track the reservation with a website like autoslash.com or Kayak, which will alert you if a lower price becomes available.
While Bluetooth, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay may be helpful tech during your rental car travels, just make sure to unpair your phone and delete any data and addresses you may have saved before returning the car.
I have rented multiple rental cars and have seen the other person's phone still connected to it.
To help keep your data private, check the permissions on your phone and only give the car necessary access. This is Michelle Renee Quinn.
Most rental card companies place a hold or a block on your debit or credit card to ensure that there's enough money or credit available to cover your final bill. They will not charge you any extra if you return the car as promised in your rental agreement.
That's right, but if you're near your credit limit or have a low balance in your bank account when the block is placed, your card could be declined for additional purchases.
Time now to check in with meteorologist Phantom Brito. She's got your first warn forecast. What are we tracking out there?
Guys, we do have some local heavy rain. Could see an isolated severe storm, not necessarily this morning, but later in the afternoon. If we get those right severe weather ingredients needed, we would mainly be looking at gusty winds. But we do have heavy rain sitting pretty much in southern Dane County right now. Scattered showers that are producing some heavy rain. We did go ahead with 2 alert days this morning for Tuesday and Wednesday. The hot weather and also the potential for severe storms pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. I think today our best chance west and also southeast. Tomorrow, southwest, but we still do have the threat locally. This is the outlook for this afternoon. So most of the area under a marginal risk. Again, there's a slight risk well to our west and southeast today, but then southwest tomorrow, that's where the better chances are going to be, southwest of Platteville. But I do think we're still going to see a lot of moisture, and we do have some severe weather ingredients needed to support strong to even severe thunderstorms. Isolated today, tomorrow, all modes of severe weather would be possible. That does include a marginal tornado or lower level tornado threat too. Into Wednesday, again, a marginal, widespread marginal risk for most of southern Wisconsin. So as far as timeline goes the next couple of days, today heavy rain and then gusty winds mainly this afternoon and evening. We could see afternoon and also a night round on Tuesday. Same with Wednesday, where all modes of severe weather would be possible, but Tuesday right now looks to be our best chance. And again, we do have that isolated tornado threat. Beyond this morning, though, I think we'll see some sunshine could help fuel, though, some strong storms later in the day. Isolated at best, but then tomorrow we're going to see a line form out west that will track into southern Wisconsin, say around lunchtime, potentially about 1-2 p.m. or a little bit earlier than that for areas west of Madison. This is looking at about 1-1:30 and then moving eastward. We could see a night round 2. That would be Tuesday night into Wednesday. So the next several days definitely going to remain active and also very humid out there. Our dew points already this morning are pushing the mid to upper 60s. Temperatures across Dane County are in the lower 70s. 89, that's the high tomorrow. We're up to 90 nearly. Some areas could break that as early as tomorrow into Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, temperatures fall a little bit. Definitely less active heading into this upcoming weekend. But then as we head into next week, beyond that mid to late week, could see some more storm chances.
He certainly comes with his baggage, but there is no questioning Ryan Braun is one of the best Brewers ever. And yesterday, the crew doubled down on that notion, inducting Braun as their 23rd member of their Walk of Fame. The franchise's all-time home run leader was a 6-time All-Star, the 2007 Rookie of the Year, and the 2011 MVP. He played his entire 14-year career with the crew, guiding them to the postseason 5 times, and now is enshrined in his rightful place in Brewers history.
Feel an immense sense of gratitude and appreciation, incredibly humbled by this honor, and to have the opportunity to look around and see so many people that have been impactful not only in my baseball career but in my life. And it's really like an overwhelming emotional feeling. I feel more emotional and more reflective than I expected to be, but just so much fun to have an opportunity to celebrate everybody who's here.
As for Braun's first pitch, just a little high and outside, but Jackson Chorio channeled his inner Braun. Bottom of the 5th, crew leading it 4-1, and see you later. A solo blast from the rookie, his 11th of the season, and it kind of put this one away, but we skipped to the 9th anyways because Devin Williams returned his first appearance of the year for the All-Star closer after a back injury. And while this is a base hit in his scoreless 9th, we show you it anyways because the Marlins' Xavier Edwards finished off a cycle with this one, the second one in Marlins history and one of the rarest feats in baseball. But the Brewers, they got what they really wanted, the win, 6-2, the final score. That is your morning sports fix. Have a masterful Monday.
And still ahead, we're going to take a look at Marvel's new movie that's setting a new record.
Also ahead, in our next half hour, we'll explain those 2 proposed constitutional amendments that you're going to see on the primary ballot in August.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices this morning. We'll be right back.
Eric Franke, News 3 Now at 5, 6, and 10. Moving forward.
Not everyone knows us, but in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and eastern Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
You'll soon vote on 2 misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the MAGA politicians in the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. They gerrymander, deny elections, and push abortion bans. Don't give MAGA politicians the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
Let's do this.
Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the first ever Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you.
Get 1.9% financing on select popular 2024 Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Shop our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Plus, they can be cut to width for free. These light filtering cordless cellular shades are $21.99 after rebate. Keep your floors clean with Libman cleaning products. Clean up messes with ease with a Libman Tornado Mop with built-in twist ringer. Just $9.78 after 11% rebate at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction.
Save big money at Menards.
It is a 6:23 on your Monday morning.
Look at this.
Look at this here. We have a blue swallowtail butterfly. Linda sent this in for us this morning. She is always capturing the beauty in nature here.
She sure is. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Did you hear that the new Deadpool Wolverine movie set a box office record over the weekend? The long-awaited pairing of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman opened with a $205 million box office this weekend. That's easily the year's best and the biggest debut ever for an R-rated movie in the 8th best opening weekend ever.
Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. I did not.
No, we don't. We rarely get to movies.
Okay.
Rarely.
Like as a parent, yeah. We don't either. But
do you want to see it?
I might get around to it. I don't know. I thought the first Deadpool was. I haven't even seen the second one yet.
Okay.
I think this is the third.
I saw Deadpool, yeah, the first and the second. I'm not like a huge Marvel fan, but
yeah,
obviously there were people out there that are.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Marvel. The Deadpool movie's a little too raunchy for me. Well, it was a huge weekend for Marvel at San Diego Comic-Con. Marvel teased fans with news of some new movies and dramatically unveiled a new villain, which turns out to be this guy, Robert Downey Jr. He played Iron Man for 12 years. So what's going on here? Now he's going to be Dr. Doom. I'm hoping they'll explain things when Avengers Doomsday comes out in May of 2026.
We only got 2 more years.
Just got to wait a couple more years.
Yeah, I know there's always fans are why do we have to wait so long for these things? It's I don't know how the movie process works, but you would think they just have them ready to roll out.
Yeah, because 2 years is a long time. They do that for concerts too.
The same thing, right?
Yeah.
And for the Deadpool Wolverine movie, I feel like they've been talking about that movie for 2 or 3 years or whatever.
It has been at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
It
Got to set your alarm clock 2 years away.
I got to say though, when it comes to Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom, ever since Marvel introduced this whole concept of the multiverse, where you have the storylines are now you can do anything.
It's confusing.
You can bring anybody back from the dead. You can have anybody be anything. It can get a little too messy. So I'm really curious to see how Marvel finesses this one to have
They always have something up their sleeve.
They
We'll
do.
just have to wait till 2026 to find out, right?
Yes.
Right. Hey, we've got a lot to talk about in the weather this morning. Not only is it muggy out there, Savannah, but we've got a couple of alert days in the forecast now.
Yeah, we already have 65-degree dew points out there at least. Very muggy. And Tuesday and Wednesday, alert days. We'll time out and show what Future Track could look like those days coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series, gas, hybrid, or all-electric. These are the deals you've been waiting for. So don't wait. Make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now. Make it FlexBuy on a new Ford F-150 and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With 35 years experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest, no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me. I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Now 5, now 15, now 5.
Experience the thrill of a live auction and get a great deal on an RV. The Ultimate RV Auction is being hosted at Camping World in Madison, Wisconsin, Friday, August 2nd at 1 p.m. Central Time. Over 100 RVs are up for grabs with bids starting at $1 and no reserves on select units. Bid in person or online at cwauctions.com. Pre-bidding is going on now. Preview the inventory and place your bid today.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
This morning, Madison police investigating a death on the east side, whether they say there's any danger to the public.
And 2 weeks out now from the August primary when you can start casting absentee ballots.
And we're sharing resources in Dane County for you as Lost Pet Awareness Month comes to a close.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee. Thank you for waking up with us. Looks like we're going to dodge the alert day for today.
Right.
But not the next couple of days.
Well, we have a lot to unpack in the weather this morning,
yes,
along with that humidity. You'll feel it as soon as you step outside. I mean, it's like in the 70 degrees there this morning, but it doesn't really feel like it.
It's a little sticky.
Savannah's in the patio. She can tell you how it feels out there, and about the 2 new alert days in the forecast. Hey, Savannah.
Yeah, guys, it is very, very humid outside. Definitely going to notice that when you head out the doors. We also are tracking a few isolated showers and storms. Nothing that's producing lightning according to radar right now. You don't see those returns on radar, but that's mainly around the Platteville area and then also into northern Dane County. So some light showers. They are heavier if you're headed down towards Platteville. But we do have also 2 alert days in the forecast, Tuesday and Wednesday. It is going to get even hotter than what we're tracking right now and more humid too than even what we're sitting at. You'll notice that as soon as you step foot outdoors, very humid. We have dew points about 65, even close to 70 degrees. We're going to track higher dew points that even push into the lower, maybe mid-70s as early as tomorrow. We'll time out any storms that we could track over the next couple of days coming up.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Now to a developing story in Madison. Police are investigating a death on the east side.
That's right. Officers responded to South Thompson Drive around 1:45 yesterday afternoon. Now, this is near Droster Park off I-94. There, police say they found the body of an adult. MPD says the death appears to be part of an isolated incident, but no further information right now. Police say there's no known threat to the public.
And in Dodge County this morning, a Marshall woman is dead after a car crash. Deputies responded to the scene Saturday afternoon in Trenton on County Highway A and US 151. The vehicle was headed south. It entered the median, went over to the northbound lane, and then landed in the southbound lane of County Highway A. The vehicle struck a concrete barrier. The 62-year-old died at the scene. The crash is under investigation. The medical examiner will release the woman's name at a later time.
Activists around the country are calling for police reform. This video shows rallies and vigils all across the country yesterday in mourning of Sonia Massey. Earlier this month, former Illinois Deputy Sean Grayson killed the 36-year-old in her home after she called 911 for a possible intruder. Body cam video shows Grayson shooting Massey in the face. He's now charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. Records show Grayson was discharged from the Army years ago for serious misconduct. He also failed to obey a command while working for another sheriff's office in Illinois and was told he needed high-stress decision-making classes. The Justice Department says they're looking into the case.
Campaign 2024 coverage now. Tomorrow is the first day to cast an in-person absentee ballot in the state. This is for the August 13th primary. To get a ballot, you need to show identification. You can register with proof of address at any absentee voting location. Per state law, you cannot register to vote, though, in 3 days prior to the election. That includes the Saturday before absentee voting ends. That final day to cast your ballot in person absentee is August 11th.
On your ballot, you'll find 2 Republican-backed constitutional amendments. Question 1 relates to the delegation of appropriation of power. A yes vote supports amending the state constitution to prohibit the legislature from delegating its power to appropriate money, and a no vote opposes it. Now for question 2, that relates to the allocation of federal monies. A yes vote supports amending the state constitution to require legislative approval via a joint resolution before the governor can expend federal money appropriated to the state. A no vote opposes this amendment, which allows the governor to accept and allocate federal funds without seeking legislative approval. This morning, we're breaking down what those amendments combined are asking you to do and why. The GOP is basically asking you to take away the governor's power to unilaterally spend federal money. The proposals stem from the billions of dollars Wisconsin received during the pandemic. Governor Evers spent a lot of those funds on small businesses and economic development. Republicans argue the legislature, which they currently control, should have had oversight. However, Democrats say the amendments would curtail Evers' ability to respond quickly to emergencies.
Happening today, President Biden will head to Austin, Texas to visit the LBJ Presidential Library. He'll be delivering a keynote address in the afternoon to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act. President Lyndon Johnson signed the act into law July 2nd, 1964. Biden was supposed to give the speech earlier in the month, but delayed the trip after the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
And we're learning more about that assassination attempt this morning. The New York Times reports text messages between law enforcement show some officers raised concerns about the shooter more than 90 minutes before he fired shots. Officers shared pictures of the shooter with each other, and texts show their intentions to share it with the Secret Service. It's not clear what time they shared the image with the Secret Service. The agency hasn't responded to the reporting on this.
Meantime, on this week's For the Record, News 3 Now spoke with Congressman Tom Tiffany from the state's 7th District. Tiffany is on the House Judiciary Committee and he was one of the lawmakers who questioned law enforcement agents about how the shooter managed to nearly kill a former president.
You had this young man who cased the place in the week prior to attempting to assassinate President Trump. He was there the morning of, the afternoon of, and no one is raising red flags. And then when you have private citizens that are saying, hey, there's a guy with a gun up on this roof, and there's no action taken, at a minimum saying, hey, President Trump, we're going to hold off on sending you to the stage. We've got to make sure that everything's okay. None of that happened. It was a massive failure by the Secret Service.
You can watch our full interview with Congressman Tiffany on channel3000.com. You can also find Sunday's show on the free Channel 3000 mobile app.
New this morning, if you're a pet owner, this is for you. July is National Lost Pet Awareness Month.
And during the summer month is when pets are more prone to running off. So we have some really timely information for everyone out there this morning. Michelle Renee Quinn is here to let us know what we can do if our pets run away. Hey, Michelle Renee.
Good morning, and that's right. The Dane County Humane Society has several online resources to help find our furry or scaled friends. Of course, we can look around in our area and ask if people have seen the animal, but I spoke with Lisa Bernard from the Humane Society, and she says lost pets are often found within a mile of their home. In addition to microchipping our pets, there are a variety of different databases we can utilize to help reunite pets and owners.
Good. We do encourage family members to file reports on multiple websites because the more you get your information out, the better.
3 resources include 24petconnect.com, petfbi.org, and pawboost.com. These can be used to chat with the person who may have found your animal or make posters to put up as well. The Dane County Humane Society is also a resource. If you found a pet, they recommend filing a found pet report on their website, giveshelter.org.
We put that information on a database then that is also online so that the person who lost their animal can check that database to see, okay, did they find my pet yet?
The Humane Society says they see these programs working. They reported that 400 pets were reunited with owners, specifically in the field. Lisa Bernard recommends checking the sites every few days in case someone found and brought in your pet.
Very good information there.
Yeah, is there a fee for whenever you pick up your pet from, say, the Humane Society? What's it going to cost?
Yeah, so there actually is. I can't tell you the direct cost because it does depend on what animal it is, how many resources they use at the facility, and how long that the animal has been there. So that's why sites like this make it easier for people to reunite with their pets.
Yes. So I know you've been through it, so it can be a scary time.
Oh my gosh, a few hours. Our little dog dug underneath the fence and got out, and good thing the Humane Society ended up, someone had called it in and the Humane Society came and picked her up, but oh yeah, I wish I would have had a kind of a checklist like this of places to go through and to find more information during that time because it was just so stressful.
Yeah, well, giveshelter.org is the perfect place to start.
All right, good information.
Thank you so much, Michelle Renee.
Absolutely.
Like, this is one of my favorite sports to watch during the Olympics. I was the kid in the middle of the living room floor, always pretending. I did a short stint of gymnastics when I was a teenager, but yeah, I wish I would have done more.
Oh, she's so exciting to watch, Simone Biles is. It's just an incredible athlete, the best to ever do it. And we get to see her compete still in the Olympics as she goes for another gold.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. But coming up after the break, a News 3 Now meteorologist weighs in on the latest blockbuster taking the box office by storm.
Well, 2 alert days are in your forecast Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll time out what radar future track could look like.
Sup? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts? Right now with Felco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
Basically, my experience with the insurance company was that they didn't believe that I was injured. They didn't believe that I was in pain, that it was impacting my life.
Gruber Law Offices took care of everything, which made it so much easier. You can get Gruber to help you coordinate everything.
The whole process through Gruber was a nice experience.
From the first call, I knew I was in great hands with Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I can't thank Gruber Law Offices enough for what they did for me.
Drive into summer with a new Honda. Heading out for a day at the beach or a weekend in the mountains. Make an impression with the unmistakable style of the HR-V or turn heads in the sporty Civic. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
I have prepared Thomas's breakfast for you to savor together.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, are English muffins from England?
Heavens, no. They're from the pantry.
Are you from England?
Nay, I am also from the pantry. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Watch this. It's all 100% real. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. Nothing has been doctored or tampered with. The very real problem will disappear before your eyes and hers with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours and hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags. It works on sagging jowls, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. In just minutes, you can restore and beautify your face, even look years younger. And the look will last all day or all evening.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Prove It Plexiderm trial. You'll see why our customers describe Plexiderm with 3 words. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping. Operators are standing by.
The most eventful weeks in political history.
Breaking news tonight after shots ring out.
News 3 Now brought you team coverage.
Coming to you live from Milwaukee.
I've been in talks with delegates from all over the country.
Donald Trump unveils his choice for running mate.
Could bring extra votes from the swing state to the Republican Party.
Every step of the way.
He is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race.
Provides a whole lot of new energy for Democrats.
The path to the White House goes through Wisconsin.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Well, we're back here at 6:43 on your Monday morning, talking about one of the biggest movies of the summer, Twisters.
And while many are raving about the film, News 3 Now meteorologist Blaise Keller is sorting out fact from fiction.
All right, we have our snacks. We are here for one thing only. Let's do it. So, thoughts?
Thoughts on Twisters. So, I'm going to be biased being a meteorologist, given that I was around when Twister, the iconic movie that it was, first came out.
In the original 1996 movie, you have a group of meteorologists working to improve tornado warning lead time.
Still, nobody knows how a tornado works.
In 2024's Twisters, they're actually trying to stop them in their tracks.
What it was maybe getting at is, what is the next step in severe weather? You know, we've got the better lead times now, so what's next? Obviously, who can control the weather is going to change the world.
You think you can disrupt a tornado?
I mean, that's the question, right? Is can you actually stop a tornado?
And in theory, and I'm going to be saying this a lot, in theory, probably.
The meteorologists in the film launch chemicals into the air to cause the tornado to dissipate.
That produces a lot of rain, which then produces a lot of cold air, which then, as they say in the movie, chokes the tornado, which is, in the science, what would kill a tornado. Tornadoes don't like cold air.
But trying to control the atmosphere is harder than Hollywood makes it look.
Our air is dictated by air above us and then around us. So if you have a tornado that's moving, and then you put rain-cooled air in front of it, it's moving with the tornado. You're not moving it into the environment where all the resources are instantaneously cut off.
Okay, so safe to say the main plot point is pretty unlikely. But what about the rest of the movie?
It does blur this line of, yeah, it's for Hollywood, but we got to be careful. They seek shelter underneath an overpass. Never go under an overpass. You're much safer to get out of your car and lie in a ditch. There's many points where, you know, they're getting very, very close to these tornadoes, if not in it, in just what looks to be a normal car, which you should never do. We've unfortunately lost some very experienced storm chasers to storm chasing. So again, even experienced meteorologists, experienced storm chasers, because these storms have a life of their own and can very quickly strengthen or weaken, it is always kind of a gamble.
This year, Wisconsin has seen 42 confirmed tornadoes. That's almost double the yearly average, and it makes 2024 the fourth most active tornado season in recorded Wisconsin history. But if you do see a tornado live and in person instead of on the big screen, just remember, Hollywood doesn't always get it right.
Go in it with maybe a grain of salt, and then, you know, hey, you can email your meteorologist. You can email myself. You can email Alex, Savannah, Kelly, Jacob, Buddy, and just ask us, like, hey, I saw this in Twisters. I saw this in Twister, any weather-related thing, and just say, is this true?
Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Say Hollywood. Always
Hollywood's
adding the
got
extra
Hollywood.
dramatics. Exactly. Exactly.
You know, why do they have to do these remakes, the sequels of classics? Just leave them alone.
Some things don't
Just leave
need
them
it.
alone. They didn't need to make a Twisters 2.
Yeah, I think
They didn't do that.
Yeah.
But it's a good reminder to kind of debunk some of those Hollywood theatrics in some of these weather movies, because there is a lot of science to this and a lot of safety perspectives, too, to keep in mind.
Yes, I know Savannah wasn't a huge fan of it.
Yeah, I gave it like a 5 out of 10 because immediately when the movie started, they went and they sought shelter under the highway overpass. I'm like, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. So we started off kind of rough, but I gave it a 5 out of 10. It definitely didn't live up to Twister. Yeah, it doesn't replace the first
Rotten
movie
Tomatoes would have done much worse, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah. I wonder, I'm waiting to see what their review is. But guys, we have an active radar already. Most of the heavy rain is sitting just to the southeast of Platteville this morning. We do have some spotty showers north of Dane County, pretty much in northwestern Dane County as well. Nothing severe this morning. We could see an isolated severe threat later this afternoon, but really watching Tuesday and Wednesday did go with alert days this morning for those days. Hot weather and also the potential for severe storms. We do have some of the severe weather criteria or ingredients needed to support strong storms or have them develop. Pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. This is the outlook for today. The best chance overall for severe weather and the tornado threat as well to our west and also southeast of all of southern Wisconsin. Tomorrow, though, we'll likely see updates or upgrades to this, but right now the slight risk, that's a 2 out of 5. Both lower level, but that is to our southwest of all of southern Wisconsin, even southwest of the Platteville area. All modes of severe weather would be possible, though, if we do see strong storms. The heat might limit that, but we do have that tornado threat, an isolated tornado threat tomorrow afternoon and then night. Wednesday afternoon and night, a potential another round. So we could see a few rounds. It's definitely going to be active as far as which day to look for, though. Right now, Tuesday, that's going to be the day that we have to watch for because there is an isolated tornado threat. And again, this afternoon we could see an isolated severe threat, but it's not going to be as great as what we could see Tuesday and Wednesday. Afternoon and night, both Tuesday and Wednesday, and then all modes of severe weather would be possible. As far as what future track shows, all the morning activity should move out of here as we head closer to lunchtime, mid to late morning into lunchtime. I don't expect anything. We could see the isolated threat later this afternoon, and then Tuesday, as we head for lunchtime, this is about noon or 1 p.m., mostly west of Madison. A line will develop even west of southern Wisconsin and then track in. We could see another night, though. Line of storms and showers move in, though. That would be overnight into early Wednesday morning. Temperatures and humidity levels are going to increase from where we're sitting right now. It's already very humid out there, and temperatures across southern Wisconsin are in the upper 60s, lower 70s. Will rise to 83 today. Not as hot as what we'll see Tuesday and Wednesday, when we could have areas top out at 90 degrees.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Coming up in the morning sprint, the changes President Biden is proposing for the Supreme Court.
But first, look who's 3. We want to wish a happy birthday to William. Enjoy your day.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save. Save 35% off your new Champion windows and $100 off every window you buy.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
Whether someone is across the neighborhood, across the street, or across the room, you have the power to make them feel right at home. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
Our country has taken a beating the last few years, but I know we can turn it around. It'll take a lot of hard work like these athletes put in. We need to get serious about our spending that has caused prices to skyrocket. We need to fix our healthcare and address the shortage of affordable housing. Also, we must close our border, stop the flow of fentanyl, and put Americans first. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Let's get America winning gold again.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new Tacoma for $319 a month or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get 20% off during Hy-Vee's frozen food sack sale. One day only, this Tuesday. That's right, get 20% off all frozen food you can fit in a sack. Get 20% off frozen meals, 20% off frozen pizzas, 20% off frozen breakfast, 20% off frozen treats. Get 20% off all frozen food you can fit in a sack. Don't miss the frozen food sack sale. One day only, this Tuesday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
President Biden unveiling a proposal for changes to the U.S. Supreme Court. Biden's calling on Congress to do away with lifetime appointments, establishing term limits for justices. Justices would also have an ethics code. They'd have to disclose gifts, refrain from public political activity, and recuse themselves from cases in which they or their spouses have financial or other conflicts of interest.
Police are investigating a death on the city's east side. Officers responded to South Thompson Drive at about 1:45 yesterday afternoon. That's near Droster Park off I-94. They found the body of an adult. MPD says the death appears to be part of an isolated incident. They say there's no known threat to the public.
In Dodge County, a woman is dead after a single car crash. The sheriff's office says that its deputies responded to the crash on County Highway A and US 151 Saturday. The vehicle was headed south. It entered the median, went over to the northbound lane, and landed in the southbound lane of County Highway A. The vehicle struck concrete and the driver died at the scene.
Tonight, voters in Dane County will have an opportunity to learn more about the candidates for county executive. The League of Women Voters is holding a candidate forum at 6:30 at Sequoia Library. More information and registration is available at the League of Women Voters of Dane County's website.
Vice President Kamala Harris, her campaign is reporting some pretty high fundraising for the first week. In a memo, the campaign says it raised $200 million since President Joe Biden dropped out and endorsed Harris. They added that 66% of donations in that time frame came from first-time donors. $81 million of the total came on the first day. That set a single-day record.
The Wisconsin Department of Transportation kicks off its series of public hearings on proposed road improvements today. They're looking for feedback on the impacts of improvements to the I-39, 90, 94 corridor study. That's between Madison and the Dells. You can attend tonight's virtual hearing from 5 to 7. There's a link on the DOT's website.
A recall alert now. Boar's Head is recalling its liverwurst products as well as some other meats. It's because of a possible listeria contamination. The affected products have sell-by dates between July 25th and August 30th. Consumers are told to get rid of the meats or return them and to thoroughly clean their refrigerators.
Temperatures are going to be near normal this afternoon, an isolated severe threat at best, but tomorrow and Wednesday we have alert days in the forecast. Strong to severe storms are possible. We're looking at the afternoon and the nighttime hours. We're definitely going to have the heat and humidity, though. We're up to 89 Tuesday, 90 on Wednesday, and dew points could reach even the mid-70s. So it's going to feel disgusting out there. Yeah, exactly.
So if you were looking for the heat, it's on its way.
You have it, yeah.
Yes, and make sure you're staying weather aware as well.
Yes.
News and weather updates coming up in 30 minutes.